'cause we're right on time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to On the Real Live sessions here at Warehouse Live. I am sitting here today with part of our production team, Mr. Rodney Foster Jr., also an incredible bass player. You can check him out over at Shay's Lounge most Thursdays. And
every Thursday.
Yeah, there you go. Check him out over there. Super excited to have him with us tonight. I mean, he's here every night. You guys just don't get to see him. He's on the other side of the cameras. So again, welcome back to our second episode of The Show Must Go Online. This is a show that we started back at the very beginning when we started doing the streams back in 2020. Matter of fact, Rodney was on one of the very first ones we did, so it's really kind of cool to have him back behind the camera again. But we're going to do the same thing we did on the last episode a few weeks back, where we kind of go back and we've picked out a few songs over the last few weeks in terms of, the artists that have been through here, that those songs that just kind of stood out to us, that we liked, that we enjoyed. We're going to play some of those for you. We're going to talk about the artists. We're going to talk about maybe some live shows and stuff that people have coming up. Again, Thursday nights at Shay's Lounge over in West Columbia, Rodney Foster Trio, man. Check them out. Absolutely love those guys. They're fantastic. Yeah, he's like, don't talk about me on stage. It's weird, man.
It's great. It's great. We've had great performances come and hit this stage during the whole time.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. And we've got some awesome ones coming up, too. Super excited about next week. We've got, I've got a band coming in called Tripping on Bricks, which Ridge and those guys have known them for a while. We worked with them over from time to time over at the White Mule back in the day. They're USC students, but just an absolutely incredible band. So we're super excited to have those guys out here next week. But
what about what you got going on Sundays?
Oh, on Sundays, yeah. Well, I mean, hell, that's one of the sponsors. Let me dial back for a second. Yeah, no, that is one of the sponsors. I definitely, let's take a moment here. Speaking of, let's give a shout out to all of our Patreon supporters and stuff like that, and all of our sponsors, Coburn Exclusive out of Nashville, Celestial Viking, that's me, and the events that we have going on over at Uncle Fester's on Thursday nights and on Sundays. We do an open mic from 3 to 6 every single Sunday. So if you're a musician or you know some musicians and you're watching this stream, or you know the musicians that have been here because you're watching this stream, come check it out. It's a great time. We have incredible, talented people from all over Columbia popping through there every single Sunday. So come hang out with us, have a drink, just chill, enjoy the music, enjoy the show. And then Thursday nights, we've started doing live music as well, which you're actually going to see a video clip of one of the bands, the duos, that's actually going to be there this Thursday, the Water Kickers. So I got Kelly and Brody are going to be playing
man, that's awesome.
with Congaree Bluff, who was on last season. So if you go back through our YouTube channel, you can go to YouTube, just search for On the Marc Studio. You can find Congaree Bluff. Just two incredible duos. I got a duo of duos that are just going to like tear it out this Thursday. So I'm super excited to have those guys out there. But again, we've got some other great acts coming up for you here as well. And we're going to go back and kind of review some of those other acts too. And I didn't do this. If you want to support the stream and the artists that we've had coming through here and help us continue to grow this and build this and continue to support local music here in the Carolinas and beyond. And I say beyond because we do have one artist that we're going to be showing who's not even from this area. He's from Atlanta. We got Ryan Atkinson's going to be playing one of his tracks on here as well. You can go to www.patreon.com/onthemarcstudio. And for as little as $5 a month, you can help us continue to keep this production going and continue to bring in all these artists and everything like that. Because there's a lot of stuff that happens to make this stream occur and a lot of people that are involved. I definitely want to make sure I give a shout out to Morgan Johnson, who's in here with us, working behind the scenes with, Aim High and Stevie Harris and the Crooked Lions, all those guys. Matt Buck back there running sound for us every week. Zach's not here this week because since we don't have a live band, we're not doing all the crazy lighting or anything like that, although that would be interesting.
Very interesting.
That would be very interesting to be sitting here and have lights going crazy. But Zach, man, running those lights for us and everything. And, of course, Joe for everything. All the guys that are involved in this, man, we really appreciate all the support that comes along with this and all the artists and all the people on the periphery that have been essential in making this happen and continuing to bring this to you guys live. So I think what we're going to do at this point, we're going to go ahead and start jumping into some of these. The first one that I have, we didn't do it on the last show, Must Go Online, but I had an incredible artist come up from the Atlanta area named Ryan Atkinson. He came up and he did. He brought a full kit of stuff, and even though he was solo, and it was really interesting to watch him kind of just build everything and loop it all together and make it work. But this first one is from Ryan Atkinson. I'm just going to let him play it, and we'll talk about it afterwards. So here we go, Mr. Ryan Atkinson.
This is called Turn on Me.
didn't mean to turn you on, no. Try as I may, I'll never get over you. And here tonight, you're like blood falling on the tip of my tongue. And you think that you know things are better left undone. I know you're gonna turn on me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Turn On Me by Ryan Atkinson. Don't be confused. Tuning in next week for Jeff Gregory was several weeks ago, so
Right.
that was that was not. That's the next episode. So if you go to our YouTube channel and you watch Ryan Atkinson's stream, and then you follow going to the next one in the progression of the episodes, you would see Jeff Gregory, who was. Oh man,
Amazing.
Absolutely! God, it was
really
beautiful,
good.
man.
Yeah, it was really good.
We talked about him on the last stream, and he's got some great tunes on there. So check him out.
Great writer. I
mean, we've had some incredible songwriters on here, man. Ryan is absolutely just super talented songwriter. I was just talking to him the other day, and he comes all the way up from Atlanta and records here in Columbia over at Seaboard.
Seaboard is
Chris.
nice. I've
Yeah,
recorded
no,
there. It's really nice.
I've seen really good stuff out of there. Shout out to Seaboard Recording Studio, man, over there in West Columbia. Speaking of West Columbia, we were just talking about this kind of between the song a little bit about the fact that live music is really, really starting to make a comeback
It
now.
really is.
I saw this new Instagram channel where somebody's like, literally, it's just black and white. Like, here's all the live events that are happening on this day, and I'm like, man. There are a lot of things happening.
Yeah, I mean, all through the week too. Like not just
yeah.
a weekend thing. Like from
No.
Tuesday on all the way to Sunday. Like there's something going on around in the city.
Yeah, no. First Thursdays are back on Main Street.
Yep.
So if you're looking for something to do on a Thursday night at the beginning of the month, Thursdays are back. And then you've got, of course, you always have the Saturday stuff happening on Main Street as well.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about the changes and things that are happening over in West Columbia, or WECO, as it's called. If you're seeing that, if you see the WECO, WECO, that's. I'm going to admit my ignorance on this. I kept seeing WECO, and somebody said West Columbia. And it finally dawned on me that was an abbreviation
Right.
for West Columbia. And I'm like, okay, I get it now. WECO.
Yeah.
Okay, which, Meeting Street, State Street, from New Brooklyn to Shays Lounge to that new place, Savage Craft, man.
Savage Craft, yeah, I've
Wow,
been there. It's
that's
nice.
a gorgeous spot,
Yeah,
man.
you see the stage out there that they have?
Jeez.
It's a nice outdoor stage.
I've seen, they've already had like some killer lineups. I mean,
Because they're doing jazz on Thursdays, I believe. I think they had like Rob Gardner.
They had
out
Rob
there.
Gardner out there
I know
recently.
they had Marcus Gullen out there.
Marcus Gullen, on the mark, that guy. He was out there. And then I know Reggie Sullivan Band's been out
Reggie's
there,
been out
Purdue
there.
the Mat,
Yep.
which are two artists that we do have coming up in the next few episodes. So make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel again. Go to YouTube, just search On the Mark Studio. We would really love for you guys to get on there and just, even if you can't go into the Patreon and support us there, just support us by liking, subscribing to the channel, and just sharing, because I mean that's the bottom line. That the thing that we're really trying to get across is to show how much incredible talent, musician, and how much stuff is happening here in Columbia, because a lot of people, I hear it, I've heard it for the past several years, and I'm from Lugoff, South Carolina originally, so I've heard people say for years, like, well, there's just nothing to do in Columbia, and that is a ball-faced lie.
Yeah,
I mean,
lie.
there are so many things that you can do here in Columbia. If you're looking for something, particularly when it comes to live entertainment, music, comedy, even like there's comedy shows that are happening over at Maine and
at the Joint.
New
I know they're
Brooklyn,
doing comedy at the
They
Joint.
do
And
jokes
now,
at the Joint.
I played last week they have a blues hour, so after work blues thing,
Yeah.
5:30 to 8:30, and I played. That was like one of the earliest gigs I've done in a long time. But it was 5:30 to 8:30. I was with Zach Bingham and
You've
killer
done it
set.
8:30, and you're like, I don't even know what to do with myself.
Dude,
Like, I can go do
I was
something.
confused. I was like, is anybody else playing and I can go support? And that's the thing as musicians, just making sure we're supporting each other when we don't have anything going on. You
Yeah,
know?
no, absolutely. No, I know Marcus tries to make some time. Like on Wednesdays, he's got he does the Zaz on Divine every other
Yeah.
Wednesday, and so he gets done early enough to where like he can hop over to like the venue and support. That's My Jam, which is an event that happens over there on Wednesday nights.
Yeah,
with
the main course.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, with
They're doing music almost every day. over
almost
there, it
every day.
seems
That
like.
whole group is like that because you got the Grand, you got the Joint, all those
Mhm.
places. Like, there's been a lot of music happening there, and they're
Yeah.
bringing in a lot of outside folks. There's been some stuff coming out about some of the stuff that they're working on and they're bringing in, and it's exciting. You know, we've seen good, bad, but they're definitely they're putting some effort in, and I gotta say, hey, you know,
I mean,
that's
it's a
great.
good thing to see. I mean, just especially after last year and then
Yeah.
the whole pandemic and everybody not working and we're just trying to stream to scrape up a little bit of dollars. But everybody's like, it seems like music is coming back, and it's a good thing. I'm happy to see it. Makes the city better, makes entertainment better. People coming out to support. It's a great thing. So I'm glad that we're back on moving again.
Absolutely, I'm excited for the summer. There's a lot of great things happening.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even with like Cola concerts at the Speedway, man,
Mhm.
like there's a lot of cool shows out there that I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
I want to go see this. I want to go see this so bad.
Right. Yeah, you're right, man. It's like I said, it's a good thing, and I can't wait to see what the summer brings. And we're going into the fall football season and all that.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be crazy. You know, this year, and everybody's like jonesing for it too. And that's what
Oh,
I see
yeah.
a lot. I know a lot of places are still social distancing. You know, inside the venues and stuff, but people really, 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 really want to come out and hear some live music and just
Yeah.
be entertained. And I've experienced that personally, so that's really good.
Yeah, no, which brings back to the point, like, you know, make sure, you know, regardless of what you believe in, be safe, be smart, continue to maintain all those things, get the shot. You know, I know there's people that might disagree with me on that. I got it. I only grew 2 extra toes, so I'm okay. You know, so now I've got 13. But anyways, you know, again, we've had some incredible talking about all the artists and stuff that are happening around Columbia. This next artist that we're gonna play a clip of. First off, if you saw the intro for this and for the event banner, you'll notice that there was a picture in the background, and I want to give a shout out to Zach for the light work on that, man. Like we were sitting here setting up, and the dubber was our guest that day, and he brought this amazing like chair that I think he said he got it from like South Africa or somewhere like
Yeah,
that.
he said that.
It was this big solid piece of wood, and he comes in and he sits down, and the light is hitting him just right, and it's just a shadow. But you have these like gorgeous lights around him, so you've got this silhouette of the dubber, and I'm like, oh man, that's
Orange and yellow
gorgeous. Orange and
hue.
yellow hue around it. And so I got that picture, and I was like, that's it, man.
Yeah.
That is a killer picture.
Yeah.
You can find it on our Instagram. You know, make sure you guys go follow that. If you're not already on our Instagram, go to @OnTheMarkStudio on Instagram. Follow us there. Subscribe. We'll post about all the events. I put little clips out of some of these videos. Again, all these videos that you're seeing right now, most of them you'll be able to find that clip on our Instagram as well, so you can check out those reels and enjoy them there as well. But you know, go to our YouTube channel if you want to watch the full episodes. Play some music in the background. It's really good. I do this sometimes. I'll find myself going back and listening to these songs when I'm working on stuff and just playing the YouTube videos in the background and just kind of going through it, which helps to know which songs to clip out and which songs to pick and everything. Because sometimes when you're working it live, you don't get to appreciate it as much.
No, you don't.
When
I
you're
always got to go back.
Yeah,
and
you got to
watch
go back and watch
after
it.
to really
I mean,
appreciate it.
we do that almost instantly
Yeah.
here, which is kind of the cool thing about being live and it being recorded instantly to YouTube and Facebook. As soon as the show's over, Matt will go in and plug it up and turn it on the speaker, and we'll be listening to it as we're breaking everything down, going on to the next stream. But I mean, again, Zach, man, the lighting for this last one with Ryan was just gorgeous. I love that flashing, the colors and everything like that. What a song to put that on. But make sure you guys check him out. You can find him, Ryan Atkinson. He plays in and around Columbia, beyond the areas and stuff like that, Atlanta, so on and so forth. So check him out. It's Ryan, Rian Atkinson. Amazing artist, great dude. definitely want to support him. This next one, now wait, you said you were talking about this before. You actually recorded with the Dubber as well.
Yeah, it was actually a couple of years ago. He called me, got my number, and he asked me to do some recording with him. And I actually laid down some upright bass on the record he's got coming out soon. So I did a couple of tracks on there at Seaboard.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was at Seaboard of all places, and we recorded there, and it was a pleasure he's a pleasure to work with, man. He was really a super nice guy, and his music is really good too, man. I enjoyed the music, and so it was fun to record with him.
He's the coolest guy to like work with and talk to, because he's so chill, you know. He'd be like, "Hey, Greg, let's go talk about this." He sits back and like he's fun to have a conversation with too. I know he's been doing a lot of stuff with the guys over at Hilo Art and everything like that. So shout out to Hilo Art as well, man. Check them out every Thursday nights over at my house. At my house, yeah. They do like a kind of. It's a pseudo open mic, I think is what I want to call it.
And they do a lot of interviews and stuff.
Yeah, no, they do like a kind of a live version of something like what we do here a little bit with multiple artists from various genres and stuff like that. But they definitely kind of tap into the hip hop scene, and just importantly, I think they have a strong presence within the Black community in Columbia when it comes to the music and everything. And Arthur and all those guys there are just unreal. Yeah, the Dubber, as a matter of fact, I think is on Rob Savage, which is Arthur, which I consider him to be Hilo Art, even if he's not. It's the whole group. To me, like he's in my phone as Hilo Art. His son just released a track, and the Dubber's on it, and the Dubber's got a lot of new stuff out as well. This next one we have from the Dubber that we're going to play is a throwback one, but I really did enjoy this particular song. So super excited to play this one. Here's the Dubber.
You know, I used to come down here since I was like an infant up until like maybe 16. Got 16, I got a little too cool, and I was like, I don't want to go to South Carolina this time for the summer. But I used to come down here to visit my grandparents, both sets, in summertime, and then I go back home in the winter, go to school. So from the bricks to the sticks. So, I'm city and country. I got all that in me. And when I came down here as an adult, I got to really feel what South Carolina really was all about. When I was a kid, I was a kid. I didn't see or feel anything. But as an adult, I got to really see and feel what it's about. And this song is an ode to that. It's called Behind Enemy Lines. Salute my soldiers, see you out here on your grind. As I pull these string and tang behind enemy lines. No time for preaching, teaching, nor peace of mind. It's just as hard shedding light on the blind. Hellhounds on my trail, got them spooks outside my door. And all the Canaanites are watching as they see me start to soar. But them queen, them steady pouring, that sweet old Hennessy got me feeling as jackadocious as can be. Salute my soldiers, see you out there on your grind. As I pull these string and tang behind enemy lines. No time for preaching, teaching, nor peace of mind. It's just as hard shedding light on the blind. Can't believe we're waiting for some other sign. Because the hood is always rushing, but we're never on time. Need to pay attention now while you see me with the glow. Before the Most High makes it not so. Salute my soldiers, see you out there on your grind. As I pull these string and tang behind enemy lines. No time for preaching, teaching, nor peace of mind. It's just as hard shedding light on the blind. Can't you see our reconnaissance, baby? And don't you know a soldier's just as far we can go home. So be at ease when you see me step through you, baby. Then I rush the door. Salute my soldiers, see you out there on your grind. As I pull these string and ting behind enemy lines. No time for preaching, teaching, no peace of mind. It's just this hard shit in life. It's just this hard shit in life. It's just this hard shit in life. On the blind, 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 on the blind. Yeah, thanks. This next song, video release.
All right,
tomorrow.
that was Behind Enemy Lines by The Dubber, the original rock star, by the way. So if you're looking for him on Instagram, it's at The Original Rockstar. You know, we were talking about that song, and again, the lighting, Zach, man, and this guy right here running cameras, got great angles and everything like that. So, you know, make sure we shout out to our crew and everything like that and everything they do. But, you know, we were talking about, you know, the Dubber, like how his stuff is so topical. I mean, he deals with some very important things in a lot of his music. And again, that's a throwback song, but still one of my favorites. But he's also got some new stuff that you guys should absolutely check out. Simple Song was one he just released. He's got the video on that as well, so you can find that on YouTube and on Instagram and everything like that. Just go to at The Original Rockstar on Instagram, find him on Facebook, so on and so forth. You know, again, just support all these artists as much as you can. Subscribe to our channel. We're going to have more and more artists on, more local entertainers and stuff like that. We're reaching out a little bit further than the Carolinas as well, so we're going to be reaching into some other areas. So if you guys know some folks that, you know, are in and beyond South Carolina that would enjoy something like this, please share the channel with them. Show them, check this show out, man. It's great. These guys are doing an amazing job, you know. I like to think that I'm doing an amazing job. It's
We're
a
doing
lot
all right. We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good.
You gotta take pride in what you do,
Yeah.
and I enjoy being able to promote and share these artists and stuff like that, especially as a non-musician. Like I really enjoy doing what I can to support and promote all of this incredible stuff that's happening.
Yeah, I think my favorite part is the fact that I am a musician and I don't get to see anybody because I'm working, you know. So to be able to actually catch people in their element is pretty. It's dope for me.
I can fathom that a little bit working with musicians and going to shows and stuff like that. Like I've, you know, when we're on the move and we're on the road with Marcus and stuff like that. Like again, you wind up missing out on a lot more shows, and then even with it, you know, when I'm out doing these things, when you have a night where you can be at home, you're like, I just can't.
I'm sleeping. I'm going to sleep.
I can't make it out. You know, that's the reason we do this on Monday, guys. I don't know if you guys recognize that. I figured it's important to kind of highlight. The reason we do this on Monday nights is because we can get more artists this way. Because a lot of times Mondays are the day that most artists aren't working. So it's a little bit easier for artists to say, okay, yeah, I've got a Monday available on my calendar to come in and do this stuff. But because we're doing it on YouTube, you can watch it any day of the week. So even if you don't watch it live, you can go back and watch it later. So speaking of incredible artists and stuff like that and people that we've had, we're going to jump right into this next one pretty quickly. This next band is a local, probably will be the heaviest band that we've had on here, or is, and probably will be the heaviest band we'll ever have on here. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We've got an incredible group. They came in with full band, full kit. Osara, Colton Beasley, and all those guys came in, and they just laid it down. I mean, these guys absolutely rock. The song that we're going to play for you, though, isn't an Osara song. It's actually a Stardog cover, which is another local band who recently they had one of their members pass away. So they came in and said, hey, you know, I know we're not supposed to do covers, but is it okay if we do this cover? And I'm like, of course. Yeah. So, yeah, no, absolutely. So this next song is it's a Stardog cover, but played by Osara. So, again, Colton Beasley, those guys, they're going to do this one for you, and we'll talk about it right after this. So here's Osara.
We're going to play this one in some ways in tribute because we really loved and appreciate this guy a ton. But we're going to play a Stardog song, one of our local freaking mentors and buds, big brothers. And so you know, when we heard Bo passed, all of us called each other and we were like, what? No expletives, but very upset and shocked, and we were like, man, we're gonna carry it on. So this is for Bo. me just say, if Artie is watching right now, you the man. You the man.
All right.
Awesome.
That was, man, what a song. I mean, these guys, they rocked, first off. Stardog No is the name of that song. So look them up, show your love for those guys. And then also, man, make sure you go on and follow Colton Beasley. We were talking about it. Again, the show must go online that we did, which was back in early 2020.
March 2020.
March 2020, after like the pandemic initially started, and we knew that we were going to have to start doing stuff online. Colton was actually a part of it.
Yeah.
And you were on. We were all sitting around a desk and everything, and that went pretty well.
Yeah.
We had some issues. We had some drops and stuff like that. We were still learning. We were still working off of like iPhones. We didn't have the best signal, so and then we did a show with him and Noel Lindler, which will be our next clip, by the way. And it was bad. It was bad. But listen, we had everybody was just so happy to be like, oh, we're this is that first week where everybody's like stuck in their house, that first month, and everybody's like going stir crazy initially before we became complacent to. You know, to being locked in our homes that first week, first month or so. And everybody was so supportive, and like we knew that things were dropping. They knew that it was dropping, and nobody cared because they were just so happy to see the artists and the musicians that they loved, and we got so much love and support.
It was such a diverse group too. Like the music, I mean, you know, the rock with Colton, and then you know the country with Noel, and you know, the pop and the R&B and the gumbo that is Marcus,
absolutely.
Just all, like,
Well, and like and it's funny because I think Reggie was supposed to be a part of one of those as well on the next episode, and so what happened was later on, Colton, Noel, and Marcus created a quote unquote super group, if you will, where it's just the three of them. So it's Marcus, Noel, and Colton, called Legends of Murray, because they all play around the Lake Murray Chapin area. And then they've actually got another Legends of Murray show coming up over at Bar Figaro in Newberry. And it's going to be Noel, Marcus, and Reggie. So Reggie's going to be jumping in and playing with them. So they got one coming up on, I think it's the 19th. Don't quote me on that. I should know this stuff off the top of my head, but I have so many dates floating around. Sure. But, just check those guys out. Go check out Bar Figaro. That's going to be a killer show. So that should be really interesting because, again, it is a very diverse group of musicians. You've got, Noel is like the definition of a country boy. Yeah. I mean, like I'm sitting here and I've been wearing a Noel Lindler and the Bankwalkers hat this whole time too.
You need to give me one.
Yeah. No, I got that. I actually I stole it from Claire, my fiancée.
Congratulations!
Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate that. That's one of the reasons I want to talk about that real quick. This past Monday, I know we canceled on you guys last minute, and I want to apologize for that. We just had so much going on. Memorial Day weekend was just such a busy weekend for everybody. I went to Nashville and proposed to my girlfriend. So I love you, Claire. My fiancée now.
Love you, Claire.
Marcus was on the road. He did Charleston and then Kentucky, and then was just burnt out. And I just knew that I wasn't going to make it back in time. I think Matt was on vacation too, so I think we all just said, this isn't going to happen today. And so I had to reach out to Tyler Watson, who I'm so apologetic for, but we talked about it, and he said, man, I'm kind of glad because I got a couple more songs that I want to work on for this stream. So we're going to get him back out here. Eric Tyler Watson, incredible songwriter and incredible voice, too. So I'm super excited to get him back out here. He'll be coming back out hopefully in August timeframe, so stay tuned for that. But again, we're going to jump into this next one real quick. Originally, I had clipped out a song that I really enjoyed of his and put it on Instagram, and there's a little bit more to that clip. So if you go to On the Mark Studios, you can find there's a song called Whiskey Over the Women with Noel Lindler and the Bankwalkers, and it's just an amazing and beautiful and sad song. But this next one was the one that I really wanted to do, and I wanted to share this with everybody. It's much more upbeat, and it just takes us to a next level. It's called Rowdy Friends of Mine by Noel Lindler and the Bankwalkers.
All right, what's going on, everybody? We're going to do y'all a little original song here called Rowdy Friends of Mine. Rowdy friends of mine, why don't you come raise hell with me tonight? 'Cause I've been way too good for far too long. I think it's time I see those rowdy friends of mine. My bills are piling up and the clutch is going out in my old truck. Need to plow my fields to plant my crop, but the rain won't stop. It ain't hard to live, but the living gets tough 'cause I don't bring home enough. But I won't make no excuse. I just need to go out and cut loose. Rowdy friends of mine, why don't you come raise hell with me tonight? 'Cause I've been way too good for far too long. I think it's time I see those rowdy friends of mine. I'll give it to 'em, Chris. We're gonna drink one beer for every good country song we hear. We're gonna raise our glass to the working class 'cause we bust our ass. We're gonna sing every song till they holler last call, make us all go home. Well, it's been one hell of a good time, y'all. All right. That was an original song right there called Rowdy Friends of Mine. Y'all be on the lookout. We're going to be hitting recording studio here soon. We're going to record that in a few.
That was Nolan and the Bankwalkers.
Wow.
Man, that was a fun night. Morgan was telling us, Morgan over there behind the cameras and everything was telling us that was his first night with us working behind the scenes, because that's when we knew we'd start needing, extra bodies and stuff like that to kind of work in and out of everything. And what a night that was, man.
Really fun. It was super fun. Fun show.
Listen, if you haven't, if there's any show, if you don't watch any stream from beginning to end except for one, go watch the Nolan and the Bankwalker episode of of the On the Real live sessions. It's just it's funny. It's a good time.
It's a party.
Yeah. No, listen. I know Marcus and Noel have this like back and forth thing going on. If you subscribe to both Marcus and Noel on Facebook, watch their back and forth. They just rag on each other all the time, and it's hilarious. And it was really fun to kind of see them interact and kind of to get on that and talk about it. And it was just a good show, man.
It was a great show.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
Love Noel. Love you, Noel.
No, and I showed this one to my mom the last time I saw her. I was like, I think she'd really dig it. And she goes, man, you just don't see a sax player like that in a country band. And shout out to Chris Turner, man, for laying it down on that horn.
Good job, Chris.
Yeah, what a good time that was.
That's old school, man. That's old
that
school
is old
country.
school, man. You just don't see that anymore. You don't see country bands that like, okay, we can do all this other stuff, you know. And they definitely are that kind of old school kind of country band. That's the kind of country music I like, you know. It's like I'm particular about certain genres and styles and stuff like that. And country, I'm very particular about what it is that I listen to if it's country. Same with hip hop. I'm kind of the same way, you know. I'm like I like for hip hop to mean something. I like it to feel something, you know. I feel like it has to. That to me is the evolution of what hip hop and rap it was.
Yeah, I understand that.
There's a message, there's intent behind it, you know. But we're gonna keep moving along here. This next act we got 2 more videos for you guys, so please stick around with us because this next duo that we have for you guys, they're actually gonna be playing this Thursday night over at Uncle Fester's in the Vista area, along with Congaree Bluff. So this is Kelly and Brody Porterfield. Beautiful people, beautiful couple,
Yes, really
beautiful
beautiful couple.
songwriters.
Yes,
I
they
mean,
are.
just absolutely incredible musicians, and the vocals on Kelly and the songwriting ability on Brody.
Yeah,
is
the
just,
arrangements are just
I mean,
out this world.
They're a they're a match made in heaven
Yeah.
for this. I mean, I just absolutely I love these two. Cannot speak highly enough about them. So we'll just jump right into this one. Here's the Water Kickers.
But yeah, again, we're the Water Kickers. Thanks so much to On the Real Sessions for having us tonight at On the Marc Studios at the Warehouse Live. I hope I said everything right. There's a lot of great people here putting these things together. So check them out on Patreon and contribute because they're really doing a lot to help Columbia, local artists, really just be known in our community because
It's a great thing, yeah.
it is a beautiful thing. There's a lot of art that gets taken for granted because it's just not seen. So we just really appreciate all the people here working so hard to get the art out. Let it out, let it free. And yeah. All right, so this song is called How Long? Sometimes I cry when I sing it, and so if I don't make it through, or if I make like weird yelpy noises, it's just, don't be concerned. Neither borrower nor lender be. Don't expect that money to fall from the tree. Work hard for the gold and baby work hard for me. Nothing good in life ever seems to come for free. I dance with shadows to remake their songs. Still hold their pain inside and I've held it too long. But how their whispers sing the life out of me and leave me humbled like a beggar in the street. The worry lingers though I wish it gone. Will avail this labor in my heavy bones. the schoolyard where the orphans play, with all the other children who've been given last names. Oh, how I ponder the weight of letting go. Some things in life are meant for you to hold. Oh, the worry lingers, though I wish it gone. Oh, will I feel this labor in my heavy bones? And when your little hands grow fragile and weak from aging too soon, for nights without sleep, God bless the children who are able to play. God bless the children with no last names. Oh, the worry lingers, though I wish it gone. Oh, will I feel this labor in my heavy bones? Oh, the worry lingers, though I wish it gone. Oh, will I feel this labor in my heavy bones? God bless the children who are able to play. God bless the children with no last names.
Thanks again for listening tonight, world, universe.
All right. Yeah, that was great. You know, me and Kelly, we both teach at Freeway Music. And so I never get a chance to see her actually perform because we're always there teaching. But it was great seeing her here and actually seeing her perform. And I didn't realize how good she was. You know,
Oh, my God.
she's
No,
really good.
I remember you saying that the night that they came out and played and everything, and I thought that was kind of interesting because, like, Kelly was actually one of the first people that I ever, like, really got to know outside of, like, my initial crew when I started working with musicians and stuff like that in Columbia. She came out and played for a charity event for us in Elgin, one of the first kind of shows that I kind of put together. And, I mean, just, first off, I've never seen anybody, like, take a harmonica clip and put a kazoo in it and just rock the kazoo.
Wow.
She'll do it, and she can. So I
never
want to see
seen
that
that.
kazoo again sometime. Maybe we'll get to see it Thursday night. I don't know.
You got to record that.
Yeah, no, she does. I will definitely get a clip of that. But no, again, Thursday night, we've got Congaree Bluff, who was also on the show last season. You can find that on YouTube, and also you can find Kelly and Brody, or you can just come see us live Thursday at Uncle Fester's.
What time?
Yeah, it's 8 to 10. So 2 great bands, 8 to 10. They'll be doing an hour apiece. So get out there, enjoy it, and just continue to support local music and keep it live. So we've got one more clip for you guys. This was the last band that we had on prior to our unfortunate last week of not having Tyler out here. We had an incredible group who's actually been in the warehouse. I think we tallied the numbers up. They've actually done some other streams here and other events. I think they've done like 7 or 8 shows here, something like that. But they've got a lot of cool things that they work on, and they do. They do the Cola Care stuff, and they support like the Alzheimer's and stuff like that as well. You got the McGill brothers, Josh and Nick, and then Rob Dew, and then Sam, and they came out and they just it was a good time. It was fun. And if I was listening to the lyrics of this song, and there's actually there's a lot of meaning in their tunes and in the tracks and everything. And I kind of, as I went back and found the song that I wanted to pick, I was like, man, this is this actually has something to say. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it. Rob Dew said that if you want a CD of theirs, you can find him on Facebook and Instagram, shoot him a message, and he'll deliver the CD to your house personally. He actually said that last episode.
Okay. Free delivery?
I guess. I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm assuming there's like a mile radius that comes into play here. But you know what? I think they even try to say, well, no, you said you'd deliver it. So if you did Missouri, we'll deliver it all the way out there. He'll drive it to your house. No. But this next man is called Wombat Junction. Great group. Great music. Then the song, I'm trying to remember what the name of this song was. Oh, Underneath My Skin. So here we go. Wombat Junction, Underneath My Skin.
Hey guys, we are Wombat Junction from right here in Coletown, South Kakalaki. We first of all want to say thank you so much to the good folks at On the Reel and here at the Warehouse. Always love being here. This next one, these are all original songs, and this next one is called Underneath My Skin. right. Thank you so much. Once again, that one is called Underneath My Skin. You can get it on our debut album. It's called The Long Game. You can download it on Bandcamp, or if you want a physical copy, just hit me up on the Book of Faces, and I will literally drive it to your house.
So that was Underneath My Skin by Wombat Junction.
Awesome.
Shout out to Rob, Nick, Josh, Sam for coming out and doing your thing. Absolutely love their sound too. We were just saying they've got that like vintage sound of like some of those bands that played at like CBGB and stuff like that back in the day. But you know, again, we've had some incredible artists. There's so much more content than what you've seen here tonight. Mm-hmm. Those are just clips of hour-long episodes. So make sure that you go to our YouTube channel if you're not already watching it from there, and watch it from there. It comes in HD that way, and you get better audio, better video. Yeah. Subscribe to it. Tune in every week. Check it out. Even if you don't watch it live, go back and watch it after the fact. There's so many great artists that we've had on here that we wish we could fit them all into these episodes and everything like that. But that's why we're going to do these. Again, we'll have another episode like this where we kind of go back and review all of them, so you can kind of get a little taste for all the different artists and musicians and styles and genres that we have coming up. Speaking of coming up, next week we've got I've got Tripping on Bricks coming out. Okay. I will put the official lineup in there, but I know over the next month and a half we've got Reggie Sullivan Band coming out. Awesome. I've got Prettier Than Matt coming out. We've got Say Fem, which is another, like, again, it's a trio with harmonies that are just out of this world. And then of course I think this will be my first hip-hop style act as well. I've got Hero coming out too.
Oh, wow. Okay, good.
Justin. I got Justin coming down.
He just had a show
recently,
right?
He's got a full band behind him now, so I'm super excited to have him out. So we're going to get him out here as well. So again, we've got some great artists coming out for you. Oh, Marshall Brown, I forgot about him. He's got a new EP and stuff out, so check him out. But again, if you guys even if you can't do it for this, but just go in and like the YouTube, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. But if you want to do more to help and support and everything like that, please, please, please visit our Patreon, www.patreon.com/OnTheMarc and you can help support us for as little as $5 a day. We've got some other things that we're working on to kind of entice people to come in. So, I mean, you see the swag that we've got as far as like hats, and I've got some CDs and stuff that are going to be coming from some folks. And then as things kind of return to normal, we got some other things. So please pay attention, follow us on Facebook. I'll put out more information on some of the other things that we're going to do to kind of bring in and help kind of give back to our supporters and everything like that. So go in, support us if you can. If not, just go in and like our Facebook, our YouTube, and all that stuff, and support all of these artists. And make sure you guys tune in next week. We're going to have Tripping on Bricks, Ridge, and his whole band. It's going to be a great show. You are not going to want to miss it. Is there anything else that I'm missing in terms of the setup or anything?
I mean,
that's
it.
Shout out to all of our current sponsors. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Thank you to the whole crew, Morgan, Matt, everybody that does their things here, Chris, Zach, everybody. I can't thank you guys enough for all the support. And just again, support all these streams that come out of Warehouse Live, Cola Jazz on Wednesdays and stuff like that.
Night.
You got is 7 Sunday. That's still
7 Sunday. That's every second Sunday.
Every
that's
second
June
Sunday.
13th. They got an event coming up.
No, there's a lot of great stuff that's happening out of Warehouse Live. So I definitely have to give that shout out to all of those acts and all that things that's happening. Just continue to support local music, local entertainment as best you can, and help us keep music live. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Good night.